Hello again everyone, Marcus here. I review stuff today. I'm reviewing the song Traveling Alone by Jason Isbell. This is part of my ongoing series where I'm listening to songs that come from albums that are on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. The way the series works is I'll do 2 or maybe 3 videos for each album, do a couple songs off of each album, and then I'll go and listen to the rest of the album on my own at some point, and I'll come back and let you know how what I thought, how it did. So this particular song, Traveling Alone, comes off of this particular album, number 458 on the list, Jason Isbell's Southeastern, which was released by Southeastern in 2013. About the album, Rolling Stone says, after releasing 3 little-heard solo albums, Isbell turned his personal travails, fresh sobriety, getting married, into what would become his opus. It gave me a story to tell, the songwriter said of Southeastern, which featured his sharpest literary writing, Elephant, which I've heard before on the channel. Go check that review out. That was years ago. Newfound vulnerability in Traveling Alone, which is what we're listening to today. And his new calling card, Cover Me Up, which again, I have also reviewed on the channel. Go check out that review if you haven't already. The album set a standard for new age 70s inspired singer-songwriters and coronated the Alabama native and his wife and bandmate Amanda Shires as the new king and queen of Americana. So obviously very high praise from Rolling Stone. And again, I've heard 2 songs, I believe, off this album with Elephant and Cover Me Up. 2 very, very good songs, very emotional. Definitely have to kind of be in the right headspace to listen to those 2 songs, but when I am, man, they definitely hit. So looking forward to Traveling Alone. It's been a few years since I've gotten back to Jason Isbell. I want to say that he was probably the reason that a lot of people started following me in the early days of the channel, and so it is good to kind of get back to it and just listen to more from this album. So with that, let's jump right in. Again, Jason Isbell, Southeastern, let's do it.
Mountains rough this time of year, close the highway down, they don't warn the town. I've been fighting second gear, 15 miles or so, trying to beat the angry snow. I know every town worth passing through. What good does knowing do? No one to show it to. And I've grown tired of traveling alone. Tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? I've grown tired traveling alone, tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? Won't you ride? Won't you ride? I quit talking to myself, listening to the radio a long, long time ago. Damn near strangled by my appetite. Eat Ybor City on a Friday night. Couldn't even stand upright. So high the street girls wouldn't take my pay. She said, come see me on a better day. She just danced away. And I've grown tired of traveling alone. Tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? I've grown tired of traveling alone. Tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? you ride? Won't you ride? Pain in the outside lane, I'm tired of answering to myself. Heart like a rebuilt heart, I don't know how much it's got left, how much it's got left. I've grown tired of traveling alone, tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? I've grown tired of traveling alone, tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? Won't you ride? Won't you ride?
I enjoyed that. In fact, I mean, it's right up there for me with Elephant, Cover Me Up. I really, really enjoyed that. So, hey, let's break it down piece by piece like we always do, of course, starting with those lyrics. So, here it is. Mountains rough this time of year. They close the highway down. They don't warn the town. I've been fighting second gear for 15 miles or so, trying to beat the angry snow. I know every town worth passing through, but what good does knowing do with no one to show it to? I love that line. What good does knowing do with no one to show it to? So maybe he's back in his hometown, or maybe he's back kind of in an area he's very familiar with, right? Back home. And it's like, man, I know these streets like the back of my hand, but I really wish there was someone here to kind of share that with, you know? I've grown tired of traveling alone, tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? Won't you ride? I quit talking to myself and listening to the radio a long, long time ago. Damn near strangled by my appetite in Eber. I didn't pay attention to how he pronounced that. Eber. I'll click on it, see if it says anything. It's a Florida town. Eber City on a Friday night. Couldn't even stand up right, so high the street girls wouldn't take my pay. She said, come see me on a better day, and she just danced away. Yes, it sounds like, the life of like a traveling artist, right? That kind of thing. And then, but to the point where, again, he's tired of traveling alone. It sounds to me like being on the road, right, for tour, that kind of thing. And I'm sure, you have your team with you, but it's like, you're ultimately by yourself. And yes, you might go out and party, you might go out and try to find some women and stuff like that, but he's also just so sad that it's like, man, just come back another day. Like, you got to figure out what you want first. I've grown tired of traveling alone, I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? Won't you ride? Pain in the outside lane. I'm tired of answering to myself. Heart like a rebuilt part. I don't know how much it's got left. So I've been heartbroken before. I think did it mention here that he he got married recently, right? Was he divorced before that? I feel like I remember reading that somewhere. So I wonder if that's what kind of that is, right? Where he's been heartbroken enough times that he sort of had to rebuild it. And it's like, I don't know how much more this rebuilt heart can take. Grown tired of traveling alone, won't you ride with me? Won't you ride? Yep. So awesome. No, I thought lyrically it was pretty straightforward. Again, just this sort of song of longing and loneliness. And just written well, conveyed well. I'm going to give it a thumb up for lyricism. As far as instrumentation and vocals go, really enjoy his voice. He really brought that kind of emotion through while still having this very sweet sound, especially in the chorus, which I thought was very catchy. Guitar work I thought was fantastic, which Jason Isbell looks like he does that himself. Bass by Brian Allen. Keyboards by Derry DeBorgia. Keyboard sounds great. I just assumed it was like a piano, but keyboard, piano, whatever. I thought that added a nice little element to the song. Drums were fine. Percussion overall was fine. Backing vocals, Amanda Shires. Fiddle, Amanda Shires. I liked the fiddle throughout, and I guess that was his wife at the time. I don't know if they're still married, but she did a great job on the fiddle there. It was one of those that was very lovely to hear as it kind of came up from piece to piece, and they got like a little solo in there, which I thought was really, really nice, kind of put a smile on my face. And an otherwise, not too happy song lyrically, right? But I think that fiddle really did a lot for me and throughout the song. So, hey, instrumentally, vocally, this one gets 2 big thumbs up for me. I really enjoyed it. And as far as replay value goes, I think this one hits the playlist. And honestly, I think it might get more plays than Elephant or Cover Me Up does, just because those 2 songs are fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But they are just so highly emotional that it's like I can't always bring myself to listen to them, and that's kind of a good thing, right? Where it's like this artist's like deep level of pain, and it's like that conveys really well. So it's like I can't always bring myself to listen to it because they've done such a great job conveying that. And although this one is definitely not on the brighter side or anything, it to me doesn't require that same emotional toll to kind of listen to it, right? So I think as far as replay value goes, I'm going to put it on my playlist. I'm going to listen to it again hopefully soon, so it's going to get a thumb up from me. Overall, a great song, and hey, a good one from this album. This album's a little bit ahead of a lot of the other albums I've heard. A lot of the albums I've heard, except for maybe I think the Rolling Stone album that we did, Some Girls. Most of the songs on this list I've never heard a song from, right? There's a handful maybe that I've heard before. Now I'm thinking like Selena again, and again Rolling Stone. This is one of those rare times when I'm kind of ahead of the game on an album, even though it came out back in 2013. But I've heard a couple songs versus having never heard anything from the artist. And so, anyway, really enjoyed that. Hope you did as well. And if you enjoyed the music, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And of course, if you'd like to support the channel, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment with your requests, because I'm always taking those. You can even check the description to follow me on Twitch, TikTok, or Instagram. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.